And we're back for part 3 of Hinesville Cemetery. We're still seeing if we can get in contact with the little girl, as well as maybe if they can mention the YouTuber who visits that cemetery often to communicate with spirits. If they can say their first name. I got the last name somewhat, just by coincidence, by a person's maiden name in part 1. Wave?
Wave.
Hi. Wave. Hi. So like I said, no one's been able to communicate with these cat balls. I have the feeling they are cursed, and they haven't activated since. And yeah, out of all 3 times, nothing. So that's me letting them know that that's how you do it. You just bap it and it turns on. But nobody's been able to tap them. It definitely lets me know if you really are here, because it says, look, we are here, but that can give me a definite proof. Okay. I'm going to have to do a quick maneuver with my hands, drink some water, and hopefully get the things I'm hoping for.
Is this a ritual?
No, this is not a ritual. Ritual. No, it's not. I mean, it is kind of tacky setup, but it is just me trying to communicate with the spirits with an EMF meter, some cat balls, funky looking setup. Not a ritual. I'm just trying to seek spirits at the Hinesville Cemetery in Georgia, specifically a little girl that keeps mentioning their name through another app with another YouTuber who visits that cemetery, and I'm also waiting to see if they can say that person's name, the first name.
2 ladies here.
Okay. Well, I have 2 cat balls right in front. Anybody want to do the honors to be the first one to, in a sense, appear? Because I can't see you, but if you tap the cat ball, let me know you're here. It does not hurt you. It's just a nice tool to let us know that you're here. And I also have the Ghost Motion Detector, and it hasn't gone off either. Which is good, because that way it's not malfunctioning constantly. And like I said, the little white stuffy cat has a little clear ball too for the little children. Light. So yes, like I said, they do light up. So when you tap them, they do light up. Otherwise, to gain energy, you use the light sources. And maybe you can break the curse for once for me, if there is one. Please. I just hope that you are okay with me, Detective Lazaria, trying to seek the spirits that reside in the Hinesville. Do you like how I'm remotely trying to seek you from afar, allowing you to speak? Sort of speak? At least get some words out? Your name out? To be searched upon?
Electric.
Well, I don't know if they're referring to light and electric. Like, if they tap the ball, will they get electric shock? No. There's none of that. That won't happen. When it lights up, it just indicates you're here. There's no indication that it'll harm you at all. It doesn't harm us. It doesn't harm you. Otherwise, somebody just told me that they got maybe electric. Whoa! I had to mention it, and then they finally got the hint. Again, I haven't stopped my session at all today. I've had 2 parters, both 30, so it's been an hour or more. And here I am, 6 minutes into part 3, and I just mentioned how I turned on the Ghost Motion Detector. It hasn't gone off, and here, bam, I get it to go off, and it said light and electric. So maybe they were trying to light up that Ghost Motion Detector for me. Well, thank you. I was just about to see if anybody has passed away due to an electric shock, but no. At least not mentioned in the bio. Yeah. So thank you. Again, if they're the one that set off the Ghost Motion Detector, see how you're able to do that? By using your electric or your
I'm very lonely here.
light. Well, again, I'm here. I'm here to let you speak. I unfortunately, again, can't see you, but if you are here, this is a outlet for you to come through and say other things. Maybe your name, age, how you passed, or you can, of course, play with anything here. Got these clear balls that you can bap around or tap, and then, of course, like I said, the Ghost Motion Detector that, funny enough, someone set off when they said light electric. After I just mentioned how for the past hour of me doing 2-parters in part 3, after mentioning it, it's like, oh, there's a Ghost Motion Detector. That's right.
Creativity.
Creativity. Okay. All right. So eventually I'm going to have to end this session at some point because food is required to eat. And I do not have my watch on me for a reason. It's 7 o'clock, so I do probably have to, unfortunately, end it in the next 5-10 minutes. So part 3 might be a lot shorter than my other ones. So hopefully you guys can come through a little more quicker. I need a little bit names. I don't think we're gonna get the disaster.
Disaster.
Is that something you remember in your life? What happened before you passed away was some big disaster? Like a natural disaster? Like an earthquake? A flood? I'm wondering if there is somebody who can tell me if they passed away due to a flood or earthquake. Nope. Not for flood. Earthquake? No earthquake either. Again, if it's not in the bio, I'm not going to be able to get to it. My dad just got home, so I did tell him that I'm going to be on session, so hopefully it doesn't interrupt. But you will hear him come in the house. So again, what are the odds of it saying light and electric? It is true, though. I mean, technically, if they produce some type of light, it could also activate it. So that's probably how they found out how to activate that ghost motion detector. And my windows are closed, so they can't have any light come through to activate it.
I've been here 100 years.
Okay. I don't know if that means that you passed away. 1925? Oh. Thomas Edward Caswell? Is this you, Thomas? You passed away in 1925. That's 100 years ago. Age 51. Spouse is Florence. Children are Thomas and Inez. And then we have siblings Raymond, James, John, Enoch, Ula, Daniel, Ellender, Benjamin, Sue. Half siblings James and Bertie. Parents James and Clementine. That's a big family there. So again, it said, I've been here 100 years. Don't know if that means that they passed away exactly 100 years. But this is the only one that was from 1925. Don't know if I found them, but still interesting. They can, of course, light up to the EMF meter to orange if I did indeed find them. Or was it 1924 or 1926? So I don't know. They want a number, okay, 1924. Nobody passed away in 1924. How about 1926? Oh, I got Mary Lou Smith. She passed away.
Eleanor.
So Mary Lou Smith also passed away. Aw, she was only age 10. Her siblings were James Smith and parents were James and Lena Smith. And here's Mary Lou Smith's headstone. She was only 10 years old. 1926, because technically it's kind of getting close to the 2026. I'm going to put Eleanor real quick. Eleanor. If I can freaking type in your name, L. Trying to do it one-handed here. I'm sorry. We have one.
Ashes.
So from 1911 to 2005, 94 years old, Eleanor Farr? Butchering your last name again? I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know if she was cremated, but yeah. So I found her. There you go. Are you guys enjoying the session? Part 3, of course. And again, what are the odds of ghost motion detectors getting set off? And it said light and electric.
Wrath.
Wrath. Okay. All right, so I don't know if this will trigger anything, but that little girl that I was trying to get a hold of, I did not get her name, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. So Stephanie Pearson. Again, if you are here, the little one that only was a day old, can you light up the EMF meter to orange or red? I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. If you were trying to get a hold of, I'm going to say his name, Joshua Dawson, the YouTuber who visits that cemetery often, are you trying to get a hold of him, but he hasn't gotten to you yet? If you are Stephanie Pearson, who is saying your name constantly through the Sono app, then I want you to say your name, if possible, or go to the red or orange on the EMF. That's a strong yes, and possibly if you can tap cat balls. Even the one on the chair, since it's at your level, with a cute little cat stuffy. So again, Stephanie Pearson, were you the one who was trying to get a hold of Joshua Dawson. Otherwise, I do know that he's going to be doing a personal session with Stephanie. Don't know if it's Stephanie the beloved one or Stephanie the viewer. I haven't been... Yeah. So, like I said, there's her thing right there. I did close it because something popped up that I cannot have on there. Well, like I said, every time he does do that, Stephanie has been said through that Sono app a lot. I don't know if it's a repetitive name or her calling through. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is you coming through, trying to get his attention. And unfortunately, there's no indication of where your headstone is. But you definitely have a marker, a headstone that's kind of flat on the ground that he needs to look for with your name and your date. Stephanie Pearson, January 3rd, 1977 to January 4th, 1977. I don't know what happened to you. I don't know your parents, as you unfortunately passed away very kind of recently, where the parents are still alive. So if you are trying to have him come to you so you can use that spiritbox app to maybe send a message to your parents or your siblings, or maybe you can even mention what happened to you. I mean, you're very, very much just 1 day old, so I'm assuming some type of issue with your body just couldn't handle coming into this world. Well, he died.
He died.
Okay. Are you referring to your father? Did your father pass away? So there are some Pearsons that are here. And if you're doing 1977, it could be Gordon Bucky Pearson Jr. Is this your father? 1947 to 2005? Aw.
My body was taken.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Is this the little one? Is this Stephanie? The one that was only a day old? Was your body taken? Your little infant body taken? Aw. The other person that could be is Robert Poppy Pearson, 1950. Because, like I said, if she was born 1977, give or take 20-ish years, it would be about 50s. So again, if she's letting me know that he died, her father, then it could be, again, Robert Poppy Pearson. It could also be Gordon Floyd Bucky Pearson. Or it could also be, apparently, William Crockett Billy Pearson, who was also 1952 to 2003. So either way, we definitely have some Pearsons that were males that were in the 1950s or late 1940s. That could be her father, because the unfortunate ancestry does not link her group. Group. Well, there is a group of your family members with the Pearson last name. Again, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 that are probably in the Pearson family lot. So we have Elizabeth Pearson. Then we have Emma Pearson, Gordon Floyd, which I already mentioned. Then we have another Gordon Floyd, which is probably the father of Gordon Floyd, because he's senior and the other one's junior. Then we have Gordon Parrish Pearson. Then we have Jeanette. Then we have Lemuel. And then we have, cannot pronounce that one, Mima. And then we have Robert Neville Poppy Pearson, which, like I said, could be her father, or, and of course there's Stephanie, by the way, and then William. So, when she put, yeah, that's her coming in, he died. Aw.
Moan.
Moan. Either they were trying to say mom, but it came out. You guys can tell me. I don't care. That didn't sound like my dad, but I heard a sound. I'll have to play back this and then replay back and see if it was a moan type cry. Did someone make a sound that I heard? Again, it wasn't my dad. It sounded like a girl. And there's no girl in this house but me. And it's just my dad. And my mom's, of course, not here right now. So can you let me know if this was her? Let me hear her? Huh. Because again, I heard something. I don't know if it was a moan. It was like right after it putting moan, and then I was like, Mom? And then I heard something. Church.
Church.
So were you guys religious? I'm assuming you guys might be religious. So nobody has bios on these. I mean, maybe one of them does. But were you a reverend? Or a deacon? You're tied to the church? Maybe? Let me try that out. Let me just see if I can type in church in the bio and see if anybody has church in the bio. I do. All right. Somebody who has it, and holy crap, are you kidding me? Sorry, I didn't even put it until now. Church, Pearson. Jeanette? Jeanette, is this you? Jeanette Davison Pearson. I just found the connection with church. Of course, it's quiet. Probably took them a while to make that sound that I heard. But I think, wow, look, see, church? And that was just in the Pearson family. I didn't even think, wow, thank you for like pinpointing to who you are. I'm not sure if you were moaning, but you ended up being from 1935 to 2014, age 78. Here's a quick photo of her. Can't have that on for too long, sadly. I don't remember if, gratitude, you're welcome.
Gratitude.
What's his name? If Joshua Dawson did a session with these, but there is Fred Davidson. Okay, so Fred Davidson, her spouse from 1929 to 1990. Her parents were Kelly and Nancy. And then her siblings were William, Billy, James, Margaret, Alma, and Wanda. And then, because of her, interesting enough, she married a bunch of people. So I think what happened was she married Davidson, but she also married a Pearson. See? Davidson, maiden name possibly, Pearson. So she might have remarried. And then I'm assuming, wait, is this Ronald again?
My name is Ronald.
Hi, Ronald. Interesting. I'm getting Ronald from part 1. So hold up. Yeah. Maybe the other one that, oh, here, it says right here. See, right here, she was preceded by her first husband. That's why she remarried Delmer R. Pearson is the husband who's still living. But it doesn't say anything about Stephanie. Yeah. So, again, not like the mother or anything. Maybe it could be like a family member, but not somebody tied to her. So, Ronald? Infant. Yes, infant.
Infant.
Yes, Stephanie, you are an infant. You were only a day old. So this might be still Stephanie coming through. Okay, Ronald. Like I said, I got 6 Ronalds, and I already mentioned 2 of them unfortunately had passed away due to automobile accidents. Is there a Pearson in here or something? No, but there's a Ronald Howard Tippins, passed away 2013. Ronald Miles Long, 2004.
There is a shapeshifter.
And then Ronald Darrell June, funny enough, he passed away in June. Isn't that interesting? And then Ronald Parker Corey. Hi, Ronald. If this is, again, the ones that passed away into automobile accidents, if you're coming back from part 1, hi again. And I'm so sorry for putting you guys in this big Zoom stage to the viewers. I was so intrigued by the connections of everything with this supposed Stephanie Pearson, and then to see that Pearson and church had a connection, and I'm like, what? And then I swear I heard something right here. I will vouch during this time if the cat was making a sound, the one downstairs, itty bitty, but I don't think that sounded like a cat cry. I'll have to replay back. Otherwise, it could have been them letting me know to finally hear them, which is very hard for me to hear. They can tap a cat ball to confirm that was their voice when it said moan, and I did hear them. That'd be awesome to confirm.
You are cherished.
Thank you. So like I said, it seems like this cemetery has a lot of spirits that want to come through. And lucky enough, this Joshua Dawson, he comes 2 to 3 times almost each week, or otherwise 2 times. And he tries to let the spirits come through his Sono X10 spirit box. And like I said, he's got a gift where he's able to see the spirits, like how they look, but he's not able to hear them yet. So again, if you are not able to come through my sessions, he'll always come and visit you. So just put your name out, and Stephanie, keep on putting your name out. Okay?
Joyce.
And I do remember seeing a Joyce tied to somebody. It was the teal one. Maybe not. I don't know, felt like I saw a Joyce somewhere. I'll have to look again. But there is a Joyce Teal. She was 30. Oh shoot, she was only 39. Joyce Elaine Downs Teal, 1951 to 1990. She was only 39. I'm so sorry. And a mother of 3 boys. This is right here. A mother of 3 boys. Sorry, her name. There you go. And then her spouse is Michael. Her parents are Donald. And then it said, which is funny because it said Ronald. I mean, they're close to Donald, you know. And then you got Thomas David Tommy, her sibling. So if this was you coming through, Joyce, I found possibly you. And I'm so sorry that you passed away and you leaving behind 3 boys. I just hope that they're all living well and you're keeping an eye on them with your husband, Michael. Right?
Nurturing.
They're nurturing from beyond through they're in the afterlife, but they're still nurturing their kids in some form or way, you know? Excuse me. I gotta drink water again, but hold on. I felt like I saw somebody tied to another Joyce though. So maybe it wasn't like in the same cemetery. So let me try. Who was it that came through that had a similar? Yes, I knew it. It was, remember part 2? I believe it was part 2. I can't remember. I've done so many parts. And anyways, remember Ruth and James? Smiley? Well, here we are. And here is the Joyce. Joyce and Smiley Souza. She does not reside in this cemetery. That's why. She resides in the another one. This one.
I'm going to leave.
Okay. Well, if this was Joyce, thank you for coming in. And you're right, I do need to end it. So maybe it's a perfect way for them to say, hey, you did a great session. You found us. Yes, I didn't have any cat ball activity. I probably will never have a cat ball activity. I don't know if they're cursed. Seriously, if they're cursed because of Ronald. Wait, it's it.
I am Bellatrix.
So it said Ronald twice. Is it my flashlight, Ron? Sadly. Well, if it is my flashlight, Ron, he can of course tap a cat ball. I know he knows how to do it. Anyways, okay, I gotta end it, but real quick, if there is a Bellatrix, which it probably is not, but maybe a Bella. No, there's no Bellatrix. So if this is the older spirit, hi. I'm gonna have to get going. It's been 30 minutes. I had a great session, 3-parters, in the Hinesville Cemetery of Georgia. And again, I was trying to get in contact with Stephanie. I may have. It did say infant, and then during me mentioning her family, it said he died, and I'm assuming maybe her father did die. And then it said a group, and there is 11 of them. And then it said church, and sure enough, one of them has church a lot in their bio, and that was Jeanette. So there you have it. This is part 3, and the last part for this, series. This is Detective Lazaria signing out. Bye.